All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to D's Divinity, D's Divine Tarot. Thank you for joining in with me today. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome back to all the former subscribers and welcome to all the new subscribers. Once again, thank you all for joining in with me today. As you see from the title of the video, we're going to go ahead and dive into this beautiful Moonology episode. And I don't know the number, y'all, but you can check the title if you are interested. Goodness, I can't get my words together. Let's get it right now. Before we do, y'all, it should go without saying, please do check please do check the description box for any information that you may want or need to know. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. As it states in the description box, these readings are intended to be timeless. Time and energy are fluid, meaning you could have already gone through this, you may currently be going through this, and or this may be a prophetic message. Jesus. We're going to get through it. It may be a prophetic message to come if you decide to embrace and embody the energy or advice that Spirit has for you within the reading or reading. Now, I just said all that about time and energy being fluid, which it is, but you will notice that I do use, or when I do use dates, signs, and time, I am utilizing Eastern Standard Time, and I do utilize military time. However, that may be different, which is why, prime example, why time really is irrelevant, because depending on where you are on the globe, it may or may not be different for you, okay? So take it as it resonates, whatever, all right? If you are interested in figuring out exactly when it may affect you, specifically for your time zone or area, do your due diligence and look it up. All right. Anywho, please keep in mind that they are general. Not all may apply to you, and that's perfectly okay. Take what does, let the rest fly. It may be a message for someone else. I may not even be talking to you nor about you. I may be talking to or about someone to whom you're closely connected, friend, family, or foe. I do not know, and it really doesn't matter. But flip-flop yourself as you need to. And speaking of which, we also don't subscribe to gender roles over here. You will hear me say he and or she in reference to masculine and or feminine energy. But again, like I was just trying to say, flip-flop yourself as you need to. Reverse the roles if you need to. Apply it where it lies. Otherwise, let it fly. Do not force that shoe to fit if it doesn't, because I am not responsible for your feet, your toes, nor them currents hurting because you forcing some shit that ain't for you. I mean, come on, be responsible, be self-aware, self-accountable. You will never be led astray, I promise you. All right. Finally, I am big on numerology. Whether or not I call it out, but if and when I do, I intend for it to likely resonate with the life path number, maybe even the day or month that you were born, and or the house that you may want to pay particular attention to within your natal chart, as far as maybe where the energy is transiting through or what have you, where it may be affecting you the most. I don't know. It could just be confirmation for you that you need to pay particular attention at that time during the message or the reading, okay? All right, y'all. So, and y'all will likely hear as the thunder roars. I did see some lightning on my way here where I currently am. So, and the lightning strikes. Come on, Garth Brooks. But anywho, so y'all may start hearing some rain and the thunder and all that in the background. It's all right. Let them do what they do. They clearing the way for us. All right. All right. But at this point, you will likely see the primary decks that we're using during this series. They serve as the header and the finisher. The header is intended to bring forth the overall message or advice, guidance, whatever the reading may have to do with. The finisher serves to give the message of advice to grow on, to take with you, to go forth with in your life, okay? And you will see in the latter part of the reading, when we get to the crystal energy healing portion of the reading, that the finisher leaves off with gems or crystals or stones that you may want to utilize throughout to help you through this energy and or through the healing process if you so choose. It's your free will, all right? This combination deck here is what I will utilize if I am even able to find said crystal or crystals to bring forth further guidance or dive deeper into maybe archangels, mystics, saints, you know, whoever you may call upon within your spirit squad or who may be helping you through this time. I have no idea. Same thing for this crystal mandala deck here, if I'm even able to find said crystal, okay, or crystals. And then this text is a great reference for said crystal or crystals when we get to that point in the crystal energy healing portion of the reading, okay? The variable throughout this series is the tarot, and we are continuing to use this beautiful good tarot. I love this deck. So this is intended to dive deeper, clarify, maybe confirm the energy that you may find yourself dealing with, or whoever whoever the reading pertains to. All right. And then this deck here is a newer edition of sorts, but it is, as it states, intended to bring forth the manifestations that you may be subconsciously or consciously working towards. Maybe it's just bringing insight or awareness to what you need to focus on. I don't know, y'all. Your higher self will bring that forth. All right. All right. I think that is all. Let's go ahead and get a quick word of prayer before we get into this. To the Most High, Heavenly and Divine, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, I come to you saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for this beautiful day. Thank you for this time and opportunity. Thank you for life, health, and strength. Thank you for using me as a clear and open channel to bring forth the messages to the collective, straight and clear, no chaser. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please allow me to remove ego, remove me, and allow nothing but the truth, the whole truth, so help us all to come through, to help us heal. Allow the messages always to enlighten, to strengthen, to encourage, to uplift, to nurture and nourish. Just bring forth whatever energy and advice that you have for the collective to help us all. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I cannot thank you enough, even if I had 1,000 tongues. I pray as always that the message brings forth the truth and everything that is needed for the viewer, for the highest good of any and all involved. And for all these blessings, I come, ask, and give thanks yet again. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe-o. All right, y'all. Without further ado, let's get on into it. Okay, you guys. So for those of you who are new or who may not be tuning into the series thus far, I like to start off with some background information. Now, the purpose of this video is to dive into the last quarter moon energy, which will be in the sign of Gemini on the 19th, high vibe time at 8:07, okay? And Gemini affects the shoulders, arms, hands, bronchial tubes, and lungs. Now, before we get into this and the channel messages therein, I like to recap in case you missed it or are just now tuning in, okay? As far as last episode. So coming off of last episode, we were diving into the full moon energy in the sign of Aqua, high vibe time at 21:35, which is 9:35 p.m. Of course, it's Eastern Standard Time, okay? And that occurs on the 11th. And Aqua affects the calf, ankle, shin, and Achilles, okay? And very much so, you may have felt or even continually be feeling sensations or, energy pulsating, whatever, in whatever form that means, however you describe it for you, because it will be different for everyone within these areas and or the areas to follow within the signs that I'm getting ready to give you, okay? Because we talked about last episode, there is an energy of enlightenment and like healing and awareness and everything, whether to do with these areas in particular and or otherwise. I really was getting that mental energy, like clarity, right? That's what enlightenment is all about, right? So you may have been receiving heavy downloads and or visions, like for real, like plain as day, you know what I mean? And now as the energy picks up momentum, getting into, or as it will be moving into the new moon energy after this week, which will be the focus of next week's episode, you may start to see, it may start to come into fruition in your life. And or it may be because there was a heavy vibe, even, let's see, what were the new moon in Leo energy, there was a heavy vibe of a renewal or like a cycle. So it may take whatever that means for you. The cycle could be a month. It could be like a moon cycle, as far as like from new moon to full moon to new moon, of the same sign or energy, and or like I was just saying, from the full moon of this month to the new moon of at the end of the month. And there's a big heavy energy with the new moon in Virgo, which is coming at the end of this month, because I was trying to do that reading last episode. So something is really transpiring here within these couple of weeks. And it's big. For some of you, it's really big. But anyway, moving out of that aqua energy, the moon will transit into the sign of Pisces on the 12th at 14:45, which is 2:45 p.m. And Pisces affects the feet, toes, and pineal, okay? And then moving into the sign of Aries on the 14th at high vibe time at 16:43, which is 4:43 p.m. And Aries affects the head, teeth, tongue, and arteries. And then the moon will transit on the 16th into the sign of Taurus at, what is that, 22:23? That's something powerful right there. Them twos is big. Excuse me, which is, what is that, 10:23 p.m.? And Taurus affects the neck, throat, vocal cords, and thyroid. And then, of course, it will settle into the sign of Gemini for this last quarter moon on the 19th, as I already mentioned, at 8:07. Okay, and then moving into the following week, the moon will transit from the sign of Gemini into the sign of Cancer on the 21st at 20:29. And Cancer affects the breast, mucosa, womb, and ovaries. Did I say all of the areas? Stomach. Okay. Stomach, mucosa, ovary, womb, and breast. All right. And then it will transit from the sign of Cancer into the sign of Leo on the, looks like the 24th. High vibe time at, look at this, 9:09 a.m. And of course, Leo affects the heart, aorta, blood pressure, and circulation. And then, as I mentioned, in moving into next week's video, the moon will transit from the sign of Leo into the sign of Virgo on the 26th at 20:25, which is 8:25 p.m. And Virgo affects the pancreas, small intestine, and GI. And then we'll get into the focus. The new moon will actually be high vibe time on the 27th at 4:16 a.m. Okay. All right. And then, like I said, that will be the focus of next week's episode. So we'll get into that. Stay tuned for that. Okay. Because I'm telling you, it's something major. I just heard breakthrough. It's something major coming through for many of you. All right. All right. Let's get into these channel messages, y'all. So immediately when I get Geminian energy, it's just like the aqua energy, of course, because it is fellow air sign type of vibes. And Geminis, I love my Gemini. Shouts out to my Geminis. My baby is a Gemini and Gemini sun. So, and then I'm Gemini moon, Vedic astrology. So we are heavy thinkers, heavy thinkers. And I told y'all, even coming off of last week's episode, that with that aqua energy, it's going to be some enlightenment. And I feel like it's going to be strengthened. Like I said, I just heard powers, strengthen powers. Some of y'all powers, your insight, your awareness, your clarity, your mental stability would very much so be strengthened double time is what I hear. There would be it would be a time, I just heard reflection. So this is y'all should already know. For those of you who my riders, you know, we talk about every time I get that Geminian energy, that's my twinning energy, right? And that's the perfect time to just sit with yourself and reflect, right? Even if, because I'm getting to, even if you have people around you, use that to really do some inner reflection, because people are just mirrors of you. Parts of them are showing you know what I'm saying? So take that time to reflect, especially if it's something that you really don't like and you trying to adjust or change, or, you know what I'm saying, even what you're trying to grow stronger in. Take the time to do that, right? With that being, with me just even doing that, I heard breath work. And I know I told y'all last episode that some of y'all really need to sit, because that card came out. It said something about breathe through the tension. I think it was the full moon in Scorpio in the manifestation. And they said breathe through the tension. So some of y'all may truly be doing this breath work, or need to, if you haven't already. Okay, if you haven't started already, and make it part of your routine practice is what I just heard. Some of y'all, that may be what you do. You may do that to help others, right? Teach others how to breathe through the tension, or do that breath work, and that's part of your healing practice or something like that. Or you may want to incorporate that into your healing practice if you don't already. And then I heard something about Reiki, especially with Gemini affecting the hands. Some of y'all truly are energy healers. That may be the powers that are strengthening. Yeah. All right. You may literally be like going to the gym to strengthen, because it's something about shoulders, and I'm seeing somebody doing, even if you don't have weights or go to the gym, I'm seeing somebody do, you know how you shrug your shoulders? That right there, y'all do that enough, that'll strengthen them for real. Some of you may be having some like trying to get this weight off your shoulders, because I do see that too. For those of you who really are like, you carrying a lot of baggage, something about releasing that and letting that go. So you very much so may want to do that as along with your breath work to release it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. All right. Very much so continuing on with this healing theme. In whatever way or ways that is for you, honey. Okay? Because it's going to be different for everybody. I see somebody wearing a sling, like got their arm in a sling. Somebody has like I just heard rotator cuff. Somebody have some surgery or whatever. I see that getting better or improving, and you may be going to physical therapy for that. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the cards, y'all. All right, you guys. So look at here, beginning with the headers. Clearly, y'all better make a move. Bust a move. 11 on the timer. Bust a move. It's time to do something different. And the 11 signify, those are like my pages in the tarot, and so that's all about like embarking on a new spiritual journey, especially after completing a cycle. And I just got through saying in the channel messages is something about a cycle for y'all, right? Whatever this means, even this cycle may be like 11 days for y'all, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but the cardinal signs, what are my cardinal signs, y'all? Who is that? Aries, Cancer, Libra, and who? Capricorn, right? That may be who you're dealing with, or you have that, either one of those aspected heavily in your chart. And my heavy hitters I consider are your sun, moon, rising, Venus, north and or south nodes, okay? But it can be anywhere in your chart, quite honestly. Or something about those seasons, or whenever the moon is in that particular, either one of those particular signs for you. Speaking of Aries, that is the like go-getter. You know what I'm saying? I just heard shit starter, but it's in a good way, right? Like, you got to get things popping. Like, let's get it cracking. I'm hearing, let's get it started. Yeah, let's get it started. And yeah, whatever they be saying. Woo-hoo. For real. All right. I mean, this card really speaks for itself. Whatever it is, that the first thing that came to your heart and mind, that's what they're talking about. If you've been procrastinating or like overthinking it, speaking of that Gemini energy, it's time for you to just get on up out of your own way and out your head and move. All right. Of course, we're going to read these when I get through most of the cards, okay? Somebody, I just heard, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Somebody need to speak from their heart. Yeah. Yep. I'm feeling that's more of like a romantic type of situation. I just see somebody like all blushing and nervous and like, you know, trying to act all shy, like they don't want to say how they feel. And it's like, nah, don't hold back. You waiting for them to make the first move and they waiting on you. So go on and do it, okay? Let's move on to the bottom. And then look at here. Look what we got again. This came out, was it last? No. Speaking of that new moon in Leo energy, this came out in that reading. So, or was it the first quarter in Scorpio? I don't know. Y'all might want to check both of those out. But either way, as it says on the card, balance, spirituality, and practicality. And I truly feel this is there because I'm seeing somebody doing a business. You may even be a fellow reader such as myself, or like you very much so may have a spiritual practice. And I just got through talking about Reiki therapy and healers and teaching people how to do breath work for real. But it's like you yourself have to be balanced and stable within always, like within yourself, within your business or practice, within your family and work life especially. I feel is what this is talking about, in order to show and teach others how to do the same. You know what I mean? So work with it, especially if y'all may be dealing with a Pisces, have Pisces heavily aspected in your chart, and or you may notice that this balance comes through during this full moon in Pisces, okay? Or during Pisces season for you. I have no idea, however it plays out. I am feeling too with this Pisces energy is talking about going with the flow. Don't be so rigid. You know, cardinal signs are kind of, they like in the middle of it, in the middle of it, right? They are, they're not fixed, right? So kind of they're adaptable. That's the word. There you go. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that you need to, or may want to. Now you do what you want to do, but you may want to try to embody. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Short, sweet, to the point. We gonna move on. Ooh, wait. Yeah. This deck is not even intended to be read in reverse, but I left it as such so you can kind of get a vibe for what the energy is talking about. And as I just got through saying, adaptability comes with being able to change, essentially move, do something different at the drop of a dime, essentially, right? That's the Pisces energy embodies. It's like going with the flow. Even if it's not going your way, be adjustable, be adaptable, switch it up, do something different. Because that's insane to continue to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results if it's not working. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this transformation energy is all about. You may have to let something, someone, or a behavior or ideation or whatever this may be go. All right, because it's not working for you. I love to see this beautiful card because it kind of, like, you don't have to be. This is Scorpionic energy, by the way, and you don't have, mind you. That's one of the fixed signs. Speaking of that fixed sign energy, right? Including Taurus, Aqua, and Leo, right? So it's like some of y'all are so rigid that you may not even may, like, they're really calling for you to be flexible. Like, and it's that's part of that. No offense to any of those signs, but it's just like they don't take change very well. They don't do change very well. Generally, they're stuck in a routine, if you will, in a habit, in a behavior. But it's like, how do you expect to grow if you don't work with that? You know what I mean? If you don't try to do better, if you don't evolve out of that or from that or away from that, if that is not serving you any longer. And that's what this death or transformation energy talks about, especially upright, right? It talks about being able to allow what no longer serves you to go. Let it die, let it decay, let it dissolve out of your life so you can make room for the new, so that in that 13 energy you become one within yourself and aligned within that 3, that's my holy trinity, line, mind, body, spirit, to come together potentially in that 4 energy, which is all about your stability, right? All about your foundation. Some of you, your foundation, whatever foundation that is talking about, whether that's home, within your heart, which is home, you know what I'm saying, your physical home, talking about your body, your temple, right? And or within your business or whatever that may be, there's needing to be some work, some changes needing to be made so that it can be a more solid, sturdy foundation so that you can build to the top, right? I don't know. Many of you are needing to make room for something new, for sure. Whatever that new is for you. And especially coming up on next week's episode in that new moon energy, right? Look at this. Speaking of new, with this one moving into the bottom of the deck with this magician energy. Some of y'all have been, I kind of get, not even kind of, when I first saw this, I got manipulative energy, right? Some of y'all have been forcing the issue, and it's like you need to just let it be. The magician in a balanced state can manifest whatever, whenever, however, because you got all of the elements that you need. You understand what I'm saying? You got air, fire, earth, and water to be able to do whatever you need to do. And of course, you yourself are the spirit energy to bring forth the pentacle, the pentagram, to bring forth that manifestation, that solid earth energy. You understand what I'm saying? 404 on the timer as I said that. And I promise you, whatever this is you're trying to manifest will be very stable, will bring forth balance and, that solid, strong foundation if you allow. But, try not to be so stuck and fixed or gung-ho or even attached to what you feel like the outcome should be. Allow room for the divine to come in and work its magic, to meet you halfway. That's the whole energy and vibe of the magician, I feel. Like, you have everything to co-create and to be master manifester is what I like to call it. But you do also understand that the divine will work magic even greater than you could have ever imagined, right? Do not limit what God can do and the power therein. Watch them show up and show out for you. Continue to have faith of a mustard seed, and all you got to do is set your intention coming from a pure heart, speaking of that heart chakra, and working on ridding what is not of pure essence from it in order to have pure intentions, come from a pure place, and then just watch it work, right? This is Geminian energy too. That's powerful, because I do feel like it's really underscoring and talking about this last quarter moon energy. Some of y'all truly got Gemini heavy in your chart, or you may just want to embody this energy. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Look at this. Look at this. And look at that number 7. That's powerful manifestation here. And whatever this is that you are trying to manifest, being in that Geminian or magician energy, it's intended to nourish you if you just allow. That's what I pray always that these messages do. But it's up to you. It's really up to you. This is also like, it's screaming abundance. And I feel like that's an egg right there that look like, I don't know, that's being nourished by that moon energy. You see that? That's being watered right there. The waterfall is falling on. I feel like that's an egg, and that talks about newness, abundance. But it's like, you can have whatever you like. Come on, T.I. But it's also talking about, screaming to me, like being open to all possibilities. Like I was just saying, do not limit what God can do. What is that? Waning? No, waxing crescent 5, right? Let me see when that is. Hold on. This month it will be on the 10th in the sign. Actually, this is when the moon will transition from Cappy to Aqua. All right. And Cappy affects the backbone, joints, knees, skin, and hair. And I already told y'all what Aqua affects the calf, ankle, shin, and Achilles. But yeah, that's what's going on the 10th. So look, that's the 10 potentially is a 1. Again, it's talking about that cycle, some kind of cycle ending. From Cappy, that's that hard, that's that like heavy duty Satyrian energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, get her done. Like, we ain't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? You need to do what you need to do. It's also talking about being very much so solid and grounded business wise, if that is what you are doing, and or financially, or both, right? So, I mean, you may be dealing with a Capricorn and or an Aquarius, as I already mentioned. With this 5 and 7, y'all. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's that heavy duty Saturnian energy, strong. So you may very well be dealing with a Capricorn, have Capricorn heavy in your chart. Shit, and we already said with the cardinal signs, right? Yeah. Or it may be coming through heavy during Capricorn season. I'm even hearing, what is that, July 5th? What was going on around that time? If you journal, I highly recommend you look back and check it out, because that may be what's coming through for you at this time. I don't know. But it's something about that heavy, or even May 7th, whenever, whatever was going on at that time for you. That may be somebody's birthday. All right. Either one of those dates. Okay. So I realized I actually misspoke well, not really, because, I tell you all the time, things come out like they meant to for a reason. But however, when I was looking at the waxing, or what I thought was the waxing crescent 5, it was actually the waxing gibbous 5. And so, which will be transiting from Cappy to Aqua. But so that message still applies, all of that in regards to the Capricorn energy and the Aqua energy. But the waxing crescent 5 actually will be in the sign of Libra for this month. And it's still, like I said, both the messages still apply, what I'm getting ready to tell you too, as well as what I told you already with the Capricorn message, because it's going back to even that cardinal moon, right? To the shit, I was about to say mutable. Good gracious, I can't even get it together. The cardinal signs, right? Sheesh. With Libra and Capricorn being two of them. So anyway, but this month, the real waxing crescent 5 will be on the 2nd in the sign of Libra. And mind you, it will be transiting from Virgo to Libra at 0006, which is 12:06 a.m. And then Libra affects the kidneys, ureter, bladder, veins, and skin, y'all. And immediately too, when I was like, let me make sure that was right. I don't even know what triggered me to make sure that was right, but I was like, I know something didn't sit right. But immediately though, I hear a balancing here with that Libra energy. And some of y'all, of course, it goes without saying, maybe dealing with a Libra, have Libra heavy in your chart, and or this whole energy or vibe that we're discussing may come through or occur for you. You may notice it strongest during Libra season, which is we're fastly approaching, right? So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I inserted this in here and somewhat corrected myself, right? Or made sure that you didn't miss this. So, and there still may be something truly beneficial even out of that waxing gibbous 5, right? This month, like I said, that is occurring on the 10th in the sign of Aqua, Cappy to Aqua. And it's interesting that with these, that's powerful. Thank you, Spirit. That with both of these waxing crescent and gibbous 5s, the energy of the 5 is all about transition, and right. And we're talking about even in that Scorpionic, that transformative energy about change. And it's funny how the moon is in the midst of transitioning through, you know what I'm saying, the signs at that time, right? For both the waxing crescent 5 and the waxing gibbous 5, no coincidence whatsoever. All right. So any of those signs that I really already mentioned, which could be damn near anybody at this point, but especially Virgo, Libra, and Cappy Aqua, right? All right. Let's move on. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Y'all, it's something about them 7s, and I swear, y'all ain't gonna know what to do. I mean, clearly it said, oh, and I see a hummingbird. Oh, how cute. Oh, it is so cute, y'all. I know y'all probably can't see it, and I know they be moving so fast. Hold on. It is just moving. Let me see if I can get it. I knew as soon as I try to turn the camera, it would be gone. That may be a spirit guide totem for some of you. No idea. But it's out there, y'all. Anyway. That is the cutest little thing. Okay. But look at this. As I was saying, 444 on the timer. Like, it's something about them 4s and y'all stability, and as well as the 7 energy, truly manifesting whatever it is that you're trying to, and it's going to come. It's going to come at a time when you least expect it, quite honestly. Because, you know, with this blue moon energy, y'all already know the saying, once in a blue moon. And so, you know, it may not come. It may not come when you want it, but it'll be there right on time. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Yeah. So be ready, man. That's all I can say. And look, you gotta stay ready, yeah. There's no place quite like here. There's no better time than now. That's why I stay ready. Like Janae said, like, look, or like the whole saying goes, you know, you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So be prepared, because I feel like it's gonna be out of this world for you. Like, you really you ain't gonna have hands or arms enough, you know what I'm saying, big enough to hold the blessing that is intended to come forth for you, the manifestation that you have been really working towards. I don't think you really realize the magnitude of it, right? Whatever this is you're asking for. I just heard, too much is given, much is earned, or however that saying goes. You already know how it go. And like I have been saying previously, the greater the reward, the bigger the sacrifice. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I hope you're ready. Understand, you do deserve it. You deserve it. But like I was saying, in that transformation energy in reverse, you're going to have to let go of something, someone, or some place, or some ideation, or even just the attachment. Like I said, okay. With that Caprionic energy, I just heard addictions too. The codependency, the like I said, the attachment, the being so stuck on the outcome or the way you feel like it should be. I feel like the blessing is really going to come. It's probably already in your face, like this is right here. Like you already in this step. It's something about stepping into the new. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. Yeah, it's like you ain't even gone. Look, as the thunder roars, baby. Come on, Chango. You ain't gonna know what to do because it's not gonna be really what you, I ain't gonna say it's not gonna be what you perceived, but it's not gonna be exactly how you may have envisioned it. It's gonna be even greater. That's the thing. That's the thing. But you should be. I just heard something is left open for interpretation. You got to change your perspective. Basically, is what I'm getting. Okay. Because like I was saying, I feel like it's right in front of some of y'all's faces and you don't even see it because, again, you're so fixed on the idea that you have in your head. Okay? Ooh-wee. I don't know, but it's beautiful. It feels amazing. I'm ready to get into these readings. Anyways, let's move on to the manifestations. Oh my God. Wow, wow, and wow. Wow. First of all, this last quarter moon, I know it's not in the sign of Gemini, but still the energy is still high. And like I was telling y'all, it's like if you just be grateful and thankful for everything, like now, act as if is what I'm hearing, but it's like you ain't even gotta act, you know what I mean? Because it's a reality, like it's coming, it's coming. But I feel like many of us need to stay in that attitude of gratitude in order for these manifestations to manifest in magnitudes. You understand what I'm saying? Try not to get so caught up in what's not going right and just be grateful for all that is and all that you have in the present moment. This is beautiful energy, y'all. I promise you. And with that full moon in Aries, I feel like y'all gonna be like, it's gonna be so, and with that coupled together with that unexpected at the bottom of the deck of the finisher, it's like y'all gonna be super ecstatic. I'm seeing the super moon in the header card where it's talking about emotions running high. That's what I'm seeing, and it's like y'all really gonna have to calm down. I do feel like too, somebody, whether it's an Aries you dealing with or not, somebody so passionate and so, I just heard ecstatic, that somebody gonna be like, man, calm, pipe down, like. But nah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you should be excited, be happy, be passionate. Yes, just try not to go overboard or be on a almost emperor in reverse is what I'm seeing. Try not to be in that type of energy where you're just erratic. You know what I mean? Now that's different. But please be excited. You should. 202 was on the timer. I told you something big about them twos, but you should be super excited for your accomplishments, for all that you've worked for all that you've been through, That's interesting. Some people gonna be trying to figure out, like, damn, why she's so excited or why he's so hyped. Like, man, like I said, you ain't even gonna have hands or arms big enough to hold the blessings that are about to be pouring out, and especially from that moon energy and that nourishment. You're not. It's gonna be 2:33 on the timer. It's gonna be something amazing. I'm excited. Let me know. Shoot, let me know. These heavy fire signs. So yeah, somebody may be super passionate about you or you them. Like I said, when I that make the first move, be bold to make the first move. I'm telling y'all, speak from your heart. They'll appreciate it. I promise you. I promise you. Somebody probably afraid to speak from their heart because they are so passionate about it. But it's like I said, try not to be erratic or angry or anything, any low vibe, negative type of emotion or energy. you know, as long as you're balanced or whatever. I think that's really kind of why this cool your emotions is maybe coming through for some of you with that, especially with that transformation, that scorpionic energy in reverse. Because I am feeling heavy water energy. Even with that nourishment, it's like I heard water sign. So some of y'all may truly be water sign or dealing with a water sign, something like that, or have it heavy in your chart. All right. Moving on to the bottom. Wow. And y'all gotta excuse that train coming through in the background, but look at this. It's all fire out of this deck. Some of y'all truly may be dealing with a water. See, that came out again. I was trying to say fire sign for real, but water and or fire, or there's needing to be a balance between the two within you. You know what I'm saying? If you have heavy either or in your chart, right? Because they both are, even though water is more of that emotional energy, you know, that heartfelt energy or whatever. I mean, fire is too, to be quite honest. We just got through saying Leo affects the heart, right? So, so that's why I'm saying I'm feeling like it's truly both, and you're needing to balance the extremes of both. You understand what I mean? Because to me they're both, and I don't know why I'm just starting to stutter, like, but to me they're both emotional energies. So yeah, that's probably why they tell you to cool down, because some of y'all ain't gonna know which way to go. Like, y'all might be heated, y'all might be like extremely excited one minute, and then like super emotional, or like, I don't want to say depressed, but it's like you may find yourself going from one extreme to the next, for real, for real. And that's why they trying to tell you to cool your emotions, so that you ain't teeter-tottering, you know, on the edge essentially. And as it says, look at there, lighten up. Like, don't be so serious, right? Have fun, be playful, be joyful, be grateful. All right. I feel like this is really talking about self, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I really feel like this is personal for many of you. You know, I be telling y'all these are general readings, which they are, but I'm saying I don't think it really, I mean, it may have something to do with someone else, but I'm saying the advice that they're giving you, the work, the manifestation basically that you subconsciously or consciously are working towards is more personal, more just to do with you, in order for you to be a higher and better improved version for not only yourself, but whoever else you're dealing with. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, let's get on into the readings for these, y'all. Beginning with the headers, and be bold and make the first move of Cardinal Moon, pages 104 and 105. Now is the time to be bold, bossy even. Take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and self-starting. What I tell y'all about that? They're determined and great at organizing. Drawing this card strongly suggests that you're going to need to be all those things to get your ideal resolution or position in the situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. If you're worrying about a situation, it is a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance. As you steer events where you want them to go, speak up for what you want. If you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way, to step up as a leader. When you're tuning to the moon, I like to look at these as affirmations. You use it how you please. It says, I am taking charge of my destiny. I am taking charge of my destiny. Additional meanings. Be bold and follow your heart and your emotions. Avoid recklessness or moving too fast. Come into your power. What I say, some of y'all's power is increasing. The time for action is now. Ask Ganesh, the Hindu elephant god, for help. All right, Ganesh will help you move any obstacles or anything that's no longer serving you out of your way or from your life. All right. The teaching. In astrology, there are 3 quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Remember, we each have all 12 signs in our chart for different parts of our lives. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. These are the signs that like to get things started, and which are the natural leaders. No matter when you draw this card, it's a sign that something new is starting, and you quite possibly need to take the lead on it. All right? Whatever the first thing that came to your heart and mind, like I said before. Moving on to the bottom of the deck. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces, pages 90 and 91. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. When you're tuning with the moon, it says, meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. That answers will come is italicized, y'all. Meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. Additional meanings. You're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Follow your intuition. It won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse. All right? The teaching. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so the full moon in Pisces symbolically marks endings. When the moon is full in Pisces, or whenever you pull this card, it's a time to dive deep into your emotions. Practicality is at odds with the numinous Piscean energies that have no borders, so feel your way now. Psychic ability is heightened when the full moon is in Pisces, and soulmates now connect. It's also a time to send out your dreams to the universe, releasing your fears. So y'all turn that transformation right side up so you can do that, all right? 3:53 on the timer. Moving on. All right, you guys, moving on to the finishers. 7, Waxing Crescent 5, Nourishment, pages 29 and 30. Choose to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Feed your values. When you are jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. Pay attention to your health. 22 on the timer. The affirmation: I choose to nourish myself. I choose to nourish myself. All of us have a set of values that are as individual as our fingerprints. Sometimes we aren't sure what they might be if asked, but unconsciously we know. How do we know? Because if our values are not being met or lived, we rebel. We get angry, sad, depressed, irritable, or stuck, or we take the chaotic choice in our decision making, and commonly our relationships in life are not harmonious. Okay? And that's what I feel like that in the manifestation, which we're about to get to in a minute, where they're talking about cool your emotions. These are the emotions that they're talking about cooling with that full moon in Aries energy, okay? So an example of this might be someone who has a strong value of honesty being asked to manipulate the truth every day in a sales job, or someone who, that's that magician energy they're bringing me back to. Yep. For whoever that applies to right there, what they just said. An example of this might be someone who has a strong value of honesty being asked to manipulate the truth every day in a sales job, or someone who highly values peace being surrounded by loud, drama-filled people who are just the opposite of peaceful. Oh, I felt that. I felt that. Meeting our values and living by them is a sure way to nourish our being. We feel more complete and fulfilled if we are able to do that. Additionally, it probably isn't an exaggeration to say that the Western world is obsessed by food for the wrong reasons. Food is often used as, quote, pain relief, end quote, with many people overeating due to anxiety or pain. Food becomes a diversion rather than something that is nourishing or Food becomes a diversion rather than something that is nourishing or even simply enjoyable. Learning to nourish bodies purely to give them what they really need is a key to mental and physical health. That is so true and powerful. Because, y'all, I just had this conversation with a dear friend, and it's like, I'm going to just say it, like, the food pyramid and all the shit that they have been teaching is bullshit. I'm just saying, you don't need 3 big ass meals a day. You don't. If you really listen to your body and only eat and nourish it with what it is craving, I shouldn't say craving, because sometimes we have craving for the wrong things, but especially if you've been feeding it the wrong things for so long. But what I'm saying is, like, only feed it what it needs when it needs it, when you're hungry. You understand what I'm saying? Because really, we're not supposed to be this obese society whatsoever. We come from hunters and gatherers. We supposed to be, I ain't gonna say skinny as a toothpick, but I'm saying physically fit for sure. And if you eating of nourishment from the earth and eating your fruits and vegetables like you really should, because that's really all you need. And I guess, whatever else, you can incorporate some grains and all that other stuff in there. But I'm just saying, that's the most important, really, right? we wouldn't even have all these ailments and diseases and all this bullshit that is tormenting our bodies, our temples. Do you understand what I'm saying? So just pay attention, y'all. Anyway, the companion stone or metal is emerald. All right, 355 on the timer. Moving on to Blue Moon 43, the unexpected, pages 102 and 103. No matter how well you plan, there's always room for the unexpected to occur. Build your resilience as rare occurrences can happen. A visitor you have not seen in a long time may re-enter your life. The affirmation: I trust in myself and in life. I trust in myself and in life. In Old Farmer's Almanac, a blue moon was described as the third full moon in a season that has 4 full moons. The newer and now more accepted description is that a blue moon is when there are 2 full moons in one calendar month. Either way, it is a rare occurrence and has inspired the saying, quote, once in a blue moon, end quote, when describing an event or behavior that only happens rarely. The energy and power of the blue moon can be best taken advantage of by setting intentions on these moons of things that you really want but have never felt could happen. I refer to big wishes, the almost miracle stuff we would be both delighted and surprised about if manifested. After setting blue moon intentions, though, don't sit there hoping it will just happen. Try to take clear, practical steps towards these big, seemingly faraway intentions and help the universe along. That's going back to that be bold and make the first move. Then spirit will meet you halfway, for real, for real. That's also bringing me back to being the magician, the co-creator, the great manifester in your life, okay? Some of us love surprises, some of us don't. But I don't think anyone can go through life without sometimes having the unexpected happen to them. While some professions in particular, such as the military and medicine, try to plan for everything that could go wrong, life sometimes finds a way to outsmart the most thorough of plans. That is true. This is simply life. Although it is important for us to know where, how, and why we are traveling down a particular path, we should always make room for and expect the unexpected. And the companion stone or metal is Benatoite. I guess that's how you say that. Benatoite? Benatoite. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, you'll see it in a minute. It says in parentheses, a very rare blue gem. All right. All right, y'all. So moving on into the manifestations, and we'll start with what's first in the book, which is the full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions, pages 80 and 81. Are you in the middle of an argument, or perhaps in the mood to pick an argument? In parentheses, it says, surely not. Or are you being overly forward? This is a time of heated emotions and frayed tempers. Anger is better than despair, as Abraham Hicks taught us, because anger spurs us on to do something, but you may get better results if you master your emotions. Certainly avoid stirring the pot, or it could boil over. Cooling your emotions and being the peacemaker means you'll attract a more peaceful outcome. Manifesting balance. Seek a balance between you, and you. Well, actually it says, seek a balance between, quote, you, end quote, and, quote, me, end quote. All right. Manifesting mindset. There's no point in pretending that you don't have intense feelings, as this blocks your manifesting powers. You need to work through your feelings by thinking of the people involved or forgiving yourself. A manifesting ritual for releasing fiery feelings. It says, add Angelica essential oil to your diffuser. Find a comfortable seated position and gently close your eyes. Call in Athena, the warrior goddess, to give you the courage you need to work through your emotions. Ask Athena to surround you with her energy so that you can transmute anger into healthy anger and even love, including in dramas with others. And then your manifestation affirmation. Out of this, only good will come. Out of this, only good will come. And it says, when to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aries on a Tuesday, which is Mars's day, or during Mars's hour. And I'm not going to read through that. Y'all can check the link in the description box below if you're interested in figuring out the hour, okay? The full moon in Aries takes place when the sun is in Libra and the moon is in Aries. That's powerful because I told y'all Libra is part of the cardinal signs. Very much so something might be coming through with this energy during that season, okay? Whenever, check it when it comes. Whenever the sun is in Libra and the moon is in Aries, okay? 2:20 was on the timer when I looked up. Moving on to last quarter moon in Sage. Practice gratitude, pages 122 and 123. The good news is that even though you have some issues that need tackling, they're nothing that you can't manage. More good news is that the best way for you to clear the air and reach a breakthrough right now, in parentheses they say, so you can get your life to go the way you wish it to, in parentheses, is to have a good old-fashioned laugh. It's also too easy to take life too seriously. This card urges you to take a lighter approach to life if you want to manifest your dreams, and that's powerful because as we get ready to move into the bottom of the deck energy, they told you to lighten up, did they not? All right, manifesting mix. It's great to be earnest, but there's a time and a place. Don't entertain superficial feelings as these are no better than fake ones. Manifesting mindset. Being open to life will make you open to manifesting. Get in touch with your mystical side and have fun with it. And manifesting magic. These crystals work especially well for the sign of Sagittarius. Amazonite, gold tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye, citrine, lapis lazuli, or any agate. All right, 3:31 on the timer. Choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a stunning blue-green light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. And then your manifestation affirmation. Life loves me and I love life. Life loves me and I love life. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Sagittarius on a Thursday or Jupiter's day, or during Jupiter's hour. The last quarter moon in Sagittarius takes place when the sun is in Pisces and the moon is in Sagittarius. It knows that some fires should be left burning. Hey now. All right, let's move on to the bottom. I almost forgot that fast what it was, 4:34 on the timer. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up, pages 114, 115. What's happening for you right now can turn out well, but you need to find a balance between the light and the dark of the situation. That's why I was telling y'all earlier with that Gemini energy and reflecting. That's all about the shadow and the light, basically, within you, right? Get in touch with it in balance. It says, get in touch with some, quote, lighter, end quote, and happier feelings to clear away any energetic debris that may have grown out of your fears. That said, this isn't about glossing over any dramas and pretending all is well if it isn't. A positive attitude towards life now will help clear away any upsets. Manifesting mix. 2 very strong energies are at play here. All the things you fear and your very vitality. Manifesting mindset. Drawing this card suggests you need to lighten up a little. Happy manifesting comes from a happy place, right? That's the attitude of gratitude as well. It goes hand in hand, y'all. Make a list of your blessings, it says. And then manifesting magic. These crystals work especially well for the sign of Leo. Sunstone, carnelian, citrine, rose quartz, aventurine, or Dalmatian jasper. Citrine was for both if you want to just use that, right? 5:55 on the timer. Choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a warming orange light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. Your manifestation affirmation. When I forgive myself, I set myself free. I love that. When I forgive myself, I set myself free. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Leo on a Sunday, which is the sun's day, or during Leo's hour. The last quarter moon in Leo takes place when the sun is in Scorpio and the moon is in Leo. It knows that life is made up for light and shade. That's that balance in those polarities, yeah? Okay. All right, you guys. So I wasn't able to find either of the crystals in either of the decks. And then the only one I was able to find in the book is emerald. So I'm actually probably going to have, not even probably, I will do some research and put in what I'm able to find on that Benatoite, however you say that. I'm just going to say Benatoite. I don't know how to really say it, but it's so rare. It's not even in this book. I don't know. But anyway, let's go with emerald, page 52. It says a green gem variety of beryl, and beryl is bolded. So y'all might want to check into that, Beryl. Astrologically associated with Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Look at that. It's great for the heart chakra. Healing qualities, it brings vitality, good for memory, patience, and honesty. Physically, it's good for growth, balance, eyesight, and fertility. Good for the health of the kidneys, liver, bile ducts, bones, teeth, heart, and immune system. Helps biliousness, insect bites, high blood pressure, asthma, inflammation, jaundice, bacterial and viral infections, sores, and angina. Has antiseptic qualities. I love that. Look at here. Emotionally or spiritually, it helps bad temper. 121 on the timer as I finish that. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so real quickly, what I've been able to find thus far, and I know, look, you got to take Wikipedia with a grain of salt sometimes, but still, it says that Benatoite is a rare blue barium titanium cyclosilicate found in hydrothermally altered serpentinite. Now, I feel like I just did that and I can't even remember when I did whatever, however you say that. So I'm actually going to read that from the guidebook. Let me find it real quick. 1746. It's on page 46 and it says serpentine or teen, masses, fibers, and layered, quote, plates, end quote, only found in crystal form inside other minerals. Colors include green, red, brown, black, and white, sometimes with inclusions of magnetite, which give a web-like appearance. Astrologically associated with Gemini, great for the heart chakra. Healing qualities include good for art and creativity. Physically, it helps hypoglycemia, diabetes, parasites, and calcium and magnesium deficiency. Emotionally or spiritually, look at here. That's why it all makes sense. Good for emotions, energy flow, and meditation. For those of you who need to cool your emotions and balance yourself out, you may want to use either this Benatoite or the serpentine, okay? I feel like that's the origin of it. So either one will be beneficial for you. You see, they both have that Geminian energy and great for the heart chakra, which is, we just got through talking about, your emotional center, essentially. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to find some, see if Google don't have anything else in regards to this. Okay, so according to this, what is this, crystalgemstones.net, it says Benatoite promotes happiness, fun, joy, and a recognition of beauty. It is good for actors, dancers, musicians, and other performers. This is a very energizing stone. Spiritual and emotionally, it says it can help you activate joy within yourself and tap into the happiness you are meant to experience. It also helps you become aware of synchronicities or coincidences. I don't even believe in coincidence. I can't even say the word. But anyway, synchronicities happening in your life that help you trust that you're on the right path. It aids in astral travel, telepathy, and remote viewing. Physically, it's said to be beneficial for times when you're feeling worn out and drained. It is thought to help boost your energy levels and at the same time bring calm and relaxation to your body. It is also thought to be good for joints, limbs, muscles, movement, flexibility, and recovery from injury. The chakras that they say it's connected to are the throat and third eye, and astrologically associated with Virgo. One of the other websites said that the only place, well, I ain't gonna say the only place, but I guess in North America or the US is California. But I think it's in other places, just rare, right? Let's see. It says since, that's what it says too, rare value and variation. It says since Benatoite is only found in California, it's very rare and therefore quite valuable. It's also very popular because it has a high brilliance with a diamond-like fire in a lovely blue color. And that's crazy because I like quite literally was just talking to a close friend, and we were talking about the largest blue diamond, and I swear it's one of these that was found in Africa, and it's the largest ever. It's like, I don't even know how big the freaking thing is. Hold on, let me go look. Actually, it's a 1,174 carat diamond that was unearthed in Africa. And this was as of, let's see, this article was written July 8th, 2021. Y'all, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. And it's beautiful. And it looks just like, I swear it is this, which is no coincidence because I was just talking about, we just had this conversation maybe 3 days ago. any of those numbers may be important to you. Okay. Anyway, that's what I got. I'm gonna leave it right there because I could go on and digging up information on it. We're gonna move on. All right. Okay, y'all. So I also went back to the combo deck, right? And I ended up, since I referenced Serpentine within the, however you say that, I wanted to read this because I ended up finding this, and I wanted to read this to you because I do find it fitting. So it says, are you drawn to empower people on their spiritual path? Do you find comfort in circles of men and women who are aligned with higher paths? Spend time empowering yourself. Be ready to learn and grow alongside others of like mind. Be available to feed and clothe those who need help walking this earthly path. I'm telling y'all, for those of you who have that spiritual practice, this ain't no coincidence, man. For real, for real. So you may also want to call upon Saint Bridget, and or this may be the energy or vibe who's helping you, part of your spirit squad, okay? And you may want to utilize these affirmations, which reads, I affirm the well-being of myself and others. I remember the miraculous powers within my body, mind, and spirit. I am blessed with good health, prosperity, and fabulous friends and colleagues. Wherever I go and whatever I do, I share my many blessings. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, all right, y'all. So, y'all, that's what I have for you. I pray that it resonates. If it does, you know what to do. For those of you who are new, that means comment your testimonies down below. You never know how this may help someone grow, especially and including yourselves. And I pray that's what you're here for. Otherwise, why are you here? You know? Whether or not someone comes to mind, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so very much for doing so. I truly appreciate it, and you have no idea how much it helps. If you want to join me for another episode, you can check the link in the description box below. I pray to see you there. If not, please take care. Until the next one, y'all, please be easy. Don't forget your love and light, because it truly makes everything all right. I pray y'all got something out of this, y'all. I really do. I know it's really short, sweet, to the point, but you know, sometimes that's all it takes. I mean, like I said, the cards really, it's enough said. They speak for themselves, you know. Stay tuned for next week's episode, because I promise you it's gonna be I just heard it, a doozy. It's big. There's some beautiful energy there. Once again, I thank you, I love you, and I appreciate you. 111 on the timer. And please don't forget your love and light, because it truly, truly, truly makes everything all right. Deuces.